So I was a bit hesitant to make this video, but I just felt compelled, like I had to do it because it is something that has not only affected me, but has affected members of my family, and I think a lot of people. And I haven't heard anything about this, but we're just going to go ahead and break it down and let you know what happened. It's a little bit personal, but I thought even if I look a little foolish in front of the internet world, I think it's beneficial to help people in general. I was recently scammed pretty hard, and it is embarrassing and it is sad, but it is somewhat hilarious, and I think it's something that needs to be put out there because I haven't seen it anywhere. Uh, a few months ago, I lost my job, and I have been looking for work. Been flying back and forth to New York to do some family stuff and doing a couple consulting gigs, some acting gigs to kind of keep the world afloat. But I've been looking for steady work, just a full time job, something that I can, kind of not have to be, feast or famine every month. Something steady with decent pay that allow me to use my skills in computers and sales to kind of, you know, keep the lights on and the rent going. And haven't been really hit with too much success, unfortunately. But come January, a lot of hits started coming in. And, a lot of them are for sales jobs where you got to go into an office or have to travel to a certain area that's like maybe 45 minutes away. So I've been doing my best to try and find something that ideally is remote or if not close. And just something that's going to be able to, sustain me, utilize my skills, like a lot of people. And so I went on Indeed. Indeed is a very popular website, if you don't know, for looking for jobs. And I put in an application for a remote job for a sales consultant IT. And I got a hit. I got a couple hits. One hit in particular was almost too good to be true. And as it turns out, it was. It was a total scam, and I'm going to break it down for you. Unbelievable stuff. So I get a message from a person named Kelly. And Kelly messages me on via email and says, "Hey, I have a position here. If you are interested, it is work from home. It is $28 an hour, and it starts immediately, and it's right up your alley. Would you be interested?" Of course. So I wind up going and having a Teams meeting with this person. Teams is kind of like a chat. If you don't know, Microsoft, pretty big company, you probably heard of it. So we go on this Teams meeting, and she is telling me the reason we do a Teams meeting is because, in this world of computers and internet and interaction, sometimes it's better to just do an initial screening through a chat before we do like a Zoom call or a regular call. I thought it a bit odd, but hey, we out here. I'm here to try and get mine. So I accept the Teams meeting at like 6 in the morning, which seemed a little odd, but I thought maybe they're East Coast. I don't know. We keep going. So we go through a bit of an interview, and she winds up giving me a series of questions that I have to ask. And we're talking like 10 questions. And I have to fill out paragraphs about where I see myself in 5 years. What are my best qualities? What are my weaknesses? What do I feel like I can improve? Can you give me an example of a time when, and I'm just crushing these answers. I got everything perfect in my opinion. And Kelly agrees. So she's like, "You know what? Give me 35 minutes. Let me go ahead and get this right to my hiring manager, and then we'll get right back to you." So I'm giddy with excitement. 30 minutes later, "Jason, congratulations. You've been hired. Work from home. In fact, we're going to send you a check, and we want you with this $3,500 check to go to an authorized list of dealers that we will send you and purchase yourself a MacBook Pro, a printer, and a voice over IP phone. So that way you can get started next week." I'm just blown away. I couldn't even believe it. And they did. Mailed me a sign sheet so I could sign it. then mailed me a check. Now, it was a picture of a check. I've never seen this before, but I was like, hey, it's $3,500, just the modern world. It's a legit company. I looked it up. So I get this check, and they're like, just cash the check and let us know when it has been deposited and send us confirmation of its deposit, and that way we can get the ball rolling. I'm just blown away. I couldn't believe it. And I never in my wildest dreams could have imagined this was a scam, because you're sending me money. It's not like you were like, hey, if you send us $100 to get the paperwork going, then we can beep, 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 beep. Would have never. So they sent me a check for $500. I print out the check. I go to my bank, and they're like, hey, you can go ahead and just deposit that via a mobile deposit. And I don't know what heavenly body or universal inspiration made me not do that. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to a branch. I'm going to go to a branch because I printed out the check, and I'm going to give it to them at the branch just to be sure and everything goes through and I have proof and it's not a delay or the picture or whatever. So I get to my local Wells Fargo. Shout out to the Wells Fargo in Silver Lake. Saved me a ton of hassle. Bless them. I get to the bank and I go, I'd like to deposit this check. It's from a new company. And I just need proof of the deposit that it went through. The lady looks at the check and she's a little bit skeptical. And she was like, I don't think we can accept this check. I said, hey, a major corporation that just hired me said that I could print it out and bring it in. Then I start to think, that does seem a little odd, doesn't it? So she brings over a branch manager. Branch manager comes over. He's like, I got to tell you, you're being scammed, my man. Let me show you. Your name is in lowercase on the check. There are 2 commas after the address. The font is, and I'm spinning. Because now I'm like, I got hired in 30 minutes. I never gave them any information like my social or a driver's license. I never filled out any I-9s or W-2s. And now it's all starting to come into play. And they're like, yeah, this is a fake check. You're being scammed. But in my mind, I was like, hey, blessings. How am I being scammed if they're sending me money? And this man revealed something that I had never heard of. And I have since heard many, many people have experienced, including my cousin. And here is the scam. They send me a check. I deposit that check. The check's funds become available. Then they say, go ahead and purchase your computer, purchase your printer, purchase your voice over IP phone. $3,500 though, that's a lot of money. I can probably get a computer for like $1,200, $1,500, printer for $50, yada, yada, yada. The scam is as such. Once I get that money in my account and then I purchase those items, there will be money left over. So they say, you know what? You got $500 left over. Just send us $250 back and you can keep the $250 for your time and trouble. Then 2 days later, the check will bounce. You would have sent them that $250 and now you, as the scammy, are on the hold for $3,500 plus. Because you got the fee for the bounce and then you got the $250 that you sent them. So essentially, the game is you cash a fake check. You send them money. They cancel the check, or the check is not even real, and they just collected $250 or more from you. The guy at the bank tells me that they knew somebody who was on the fence for 3 months, and they sent them $500, and that $500 is gone. The check is fraudulent, and they had to close the person's account at Wells Fargo. I was just blown away. It just saddened me. And then this person, Kelly, and I'll post a couple screenshots so you see, had the gall to be like, hey, did you cash the check yet? What's the delay? Unbelievable. And then I looked at the addresses for the emails that they sent me about the hiring process because it just says the name. It just says Pediatrics Incorporated. But then when you click on the Pediatrics Incorporated, it's a freaking Gmail account. Oh, my heart sunk. I'm still kind of not over it, to be honest with you. The many, 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 many blessings, though. I did not get roped in. I immediately messaged them back. This is a scam. Don't contact me. Message over. They deleted their last message. Never heard from them again. I have since gotten 2 more messages on my phone from jobs I applied to on a legit site, Indeed, that are like, hey, $2,800. All you got to do is fiddle your thumbs. I'm going to send it to you. You get $30 an hour. We're going to send you $3,000. What do you think of that? You get to work from home. It's the best thing ever. Twice it's happened since. Both times I know better now. Always remember, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. And in this case, your boy fell for it. And so now we're back to the looking for a job, legit job that will probably be not even close to as good with benefits, pay, not to mention remote work. But we hold faith because I believe anything's possible and I believe working from home is the best. And so I will continue to look for it. But if you are someone looking for a job, even on a legit website, if you get one of these too good to be true, we're going to pay you $30 an hour to twiddle your thumbs, and then we're going to start you with a $3,000 bonus, double check that email, double check everything. They're going to send you a check. They're going to mail you a check and they don't know you. Scam. I just thought it was like, oh, you're big business, healthcare. You just send money to everybody. And I thought, you're sending me money. How can you possibly scam? But no. They pull the move. You cash, you send them the balance, check bounces, you're on the horn, you're the victim. Couldn't believe it. Blown away, still blown away. Had a cousin, like I said, same thing happened to him. And this is a legit thing, man. It's happening. Happened to me already 3 times. Luckily, I got in a little bit of a safe space and now I'm smart enough to know. But it is just downright despicable, man. People looking for a job, people desperate, and in my position, I'm single. I don't got any kids. I don't got a wife. But imagine if you put all this, you're looking for a job. You got kids to feed. You got a wife. You got a mortgage. And you finally get this check and everything's great and you're out celebrating. You believe you're saved and you finally got a job with all your hard work. And then they pull this. Disgraziad. Shame on you. Shame on you. I don't blame the company. And then another thing, it's like the check was from a local branch and the company's based in Florida and the local branch bank was in Wisconsin. So many things awry. But you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And I did not know. But for those out there looking for a job or applying on these places, if you get one of these too good to be true, they're going to mail you a check. Beware. Scam. Very, very shocked, very blown away, a bit hurt, feeling a bit embarrassed. But I had to put this out there because I haven't seen anything on this. I've never even heard of this scam. And I know a lot of people are looking for jobs. And I've never heard of anything even like this. So I felt compelled to make a video to let everybody know that this is a real thing. This happens. It's messed up. And to just be aware of it. Be aware. If something's too good to be true, it probably is. Even if they send you money. Scam. Ugh. In any case, I hope this helps people. I hope if anybody watches this or anybody has a situation where that's happened to them, please comment. Please let me know. I don't know what to do to report to a Better Business Bureau or whatever because the company's not at fault. It's just people scamming. But it's a crazy scenario. And I just wanted to bring it to light so that it doesn't affect anybody in a worse way that it affected me. Because I just kind of feel foolish, but at least I didn't get, any money loss. But it's a very possible scenario. Very possible scenario. If I didn't send that check there and I would have taken a picture of it with my phone, right now I'd be in the midst of fraud. And it would not be my fault, but it would be my fault. So anyway, blessings to everyone. Keep your eye out. Don't get scammed. Hope everybody gets the job they want. And thanks for watching.